Hello and welcome back to Tangle Tower. I'm sorry, if you hear my fan, it's because it's hot. It's too hot. I need a fan. We're gonna continue. Okay, we talked to... Who are you? What's your name again? I think her name. I don't remember her name. Oh, what's your name? Uh, is it Poppy? That is. That is her... Is it Freya? Oh yeah, look at this. I can have okay, we have okay. Oh, so, okay, so this is showing the connection to the victim. Okay. We haven't met her. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so we not how was her okay, we need to find out how she was killed. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. The thing is that we have asked I have to go back to the other people. Because there are more questions to ask. I'm gonna go back to you before we explore more rooms. Hello. Can I talk to you for a moment? Do tell me about Flora.
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
What kind of great loss? Okay, can you tell me what Felix?
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none.
None?
Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No.
Oh.
Why not?
Poor
You
girl.
asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct.
Oh. Ah. She's not so she's not offended if you tell her the truth. You know about Freya?
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased.
Oh.
Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2. Increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
Okay. What do you think of Poppy? Oh.
Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession. Oh.
Okay.
Apparently, Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had, of course, originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Oh, what? Okay. What about
Name.
you?
Fiona Fellow. Age 19. Profession amateur microbiologist. Likes the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes: kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Okay. I didn't expect her to go through like a science thing, but again, they are. Well. Could you tell me about the tower?
What is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
Oh,
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
oh. Who? Freya? What do you
I
think of?
require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
Maybe there's a magic in this game that you don't know of. Maybe it's something that your science cannot explain. Just saying. Yet. Explain yet. Oh my shit. My shit, stupid. Do you have anything about the harp? Do you know anything about the harp statue?
The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
Yes, we are.
Curious.
With painting.
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course. The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
Oh,
I do not know the answer.
I didn't expect that. Okay, this was she oh?
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Is she laughing?
Okay. Did you make the tape?
That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
And some people don't.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
What?
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
Okay, why is she, why is she painting with blood?
A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Okay.
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya?
I don't know, and
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz. This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
okay, so there are 3 pieces.
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time. A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
It's her diary.
Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Okay. Okay, I don't think. Okay,
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
let's go on. Oh, my first suspicion.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written in here?
It's
This
private.
particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
Maybe it's hers?
It's Fifi's diary, and she has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
It's someone else's diary?
It's somebody else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
Okay, stop. Secret diary? Okay, who... We must have the clue for it. Ooh! Okay, I'm gonna look closer at the diary. Maybe this?
That's not it.
Ah. Or maybe this? Maybe this one, because they're the same kind of thing.
That's not it.
Okay.
We need a clue that's got a connection to this one.
It's a lock and it's green. Maybe it's puppies. Or maybe this one.
That kinda makes sense, but no.
Okay, thank you.
That's not it.
Okay, not the case file?
That's not it.
No, I'm just like... Rip?
Let's take a closer look at this.
Ooh! Oh, yes! Freya's holding it. Haha. I'm just click. Haha. What book is to the secret? This blue book is somewhat similar to the secret diary. It proves it belongs to Freya.
This blue book is somewhat similar to
Haha.
the secret diary, which
Yes.
proves it belonged to Freya. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
It's the same thing as... Oh, it's the same thing.
This blue book is
Ah.
the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
Okay. Freya. Oh. Beefy. Didn't want anyone to see the secret letter within Freya's diary. Maybe it's a diary?
Fifi didn't want anyone to see a secret letter within Freya's diary. Almost. Maybe just change.
Personal secrets.
Fifi
There we go.
didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is
Hmm.
this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something,
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did
Oh,
her
so-
own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Oh.
Innocence?
might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
She's
Very
dead
well.
already.
I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
All right, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Awesome.
Finally. What's in there?
Oh, what is in it? It's back in the flesh this time. It's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up the painting. Soul barrier works. Impressive. Little thing. Impressive little thing. I have two now. Need two more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the hub. I saw them all. All 5 eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I do my best. She should do with our company. Huh? Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm finished with this character. Okay. Was she? I don't understand. There's something kind of... The painting. I guess Grimar's theory about the painting actually killing Freya is true because it's magic paint. But why is she painting with blood? I don't get it. Why is she painting with blood? Hi. I forgot to ask you something. Can you tell me about yourself?
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Oh, I forgot that he was that type of... Okay. But...
Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman. Oh, yes. Been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
Other humans? Are you an alien or something?
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
What about Fifi?
My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We
Yes.
did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oh.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has been.
Oh.
I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different, like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Oh. Yep. Can you tell me about the tower?
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The fellows and the pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house.
Hmm.
I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, is less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
Wow.
What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Okay. And the open letter.
I'm as confused as you are. It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
Oh, if it's not the knife, what is it?
It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes, so we shall. Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
Yeah.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
I've been carving for a couple of years now. I was hopeless when I started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Freya kindly taught me the basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based on hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
No.
Of course. I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower. Safety first and all that.
Well, that's good.
Ah, you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people. That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not?
Yes.
It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes. Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects. Not in an evil way, in a good way. My daughter Fiona and her best friend, they grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah, yes. I didn't even notice. No idea. Where did you find that?
It was
Library?
in the library.
Really? How odd. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they? Now this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning.
Okay, I guess, yeah, he's... Okay, we don't have enough to ask him. I'm sorry. We don't have enough evidence to ask him the special question.
There's something about
Oh.
Felix's painting supplies.
Oh, wait, we do. I'm over time, but I'm gonna finish that.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Yes.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Let's see. Oh, wait. No. I will take her later. I want to ask him. Or maybe... Wait. You know what? I'm gonna ask the question next episode because I'm over time. So yeah. If you like what you saw, please give me a like and a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notified for whenever I post. I hope you had a lovely day and still have a lovely Easter. See you in the next one. Bye bye.